Alright, I'm back. So that was weird. I'm talking to you guys and I get a call. It's actually from my office, this new office that I joined. And the caller ID said CIA caller. So I'm like, whoa, the CIA is calling me? But no. But yeah, what was I saying? There's just, again, I must stress, pay very close attention to movies and books and shows. Stuff that is just so far-fetched for you to believe is usually what you need to pay attention to. So yeah, please pay attention, because a lot of this stuff is the truth and it answers. Oh yeah, what I wanted to say too, I came across this video because, as you know, I am a psychic. I can't say it, you know, too many times. So I came across this video a few days ago. It was of this voodoo priest. His name is Ramu Kofi. So I've been trying to get a little bit more open and clearer and have a more clearer line of communication with my ancestors and with, you know, the multiple beings around me. And I got in contact with them, actually. He was on the radio show. It was like 4 years ago he did it. So I looked him up, I got in contact with him and spoke with him, and just to see if I can get a little bit more information and how his practice is going and stuff like that. But he really didn't answer my question. Some of the things he was saying was beneficial in a way, but once it got to a point where he said basically white people don't have a soul, and which, you know, your soul is essentially your spirit and whatever is left of you after you leave the physical world. So once he says that, it got me thinking, and then I'm like, you know what, I have an ability. I'm a seer. I could see spirits and other supernatural beings, and I've seen plenty of white spirits. So I'm like, wait, if you're saying that they don't have a soul, but your soul is essentially your spirit, then what the hell have I been thinking? You know, my thing is, my fact is what I see with my own two eyes and what I've experienced myself. So that is what I learned from. So for someone to tell me something and then for it to be contradictory to what I experience, it completely turns me off from further interaction with that person. Because you're telling me this and I've seen these things. So, like, are you trying to tell me that what I've seen with my natural born ability, you know, was wrong? So after that, I'm like, I don't know how much of him I want to let into my life and into my space and mind and stuff like that. Yeah, once someone is, you can say one thing, one little thing, and once it like goes against, you know, my whole aura, my whole, you know, being, my whole person, I get completely turned off. I had a psychic friend, Milton, and you know, I am black and magic, or whatever you want to call it. They call it different things in different cultures. Voodoo, whatever you want to call it, is a part of our culture. This is something that our ancestors have done since the beginning of time. So it is only natural for us to continue in that legacy. Now, being here in America, the white man teaches you that stuff like that is evil and wrong and blah blah blah. So in turn, we look at it and we're like, well, I don't want to deal with all that evil stuff and, you know, blah blah blah, and it turns us away from our callings and from our own ancestors, and leaves us out here naked. So I go to him, I'm like, well, what do you think of, I said a name which is very synonymous with the practice, and he's like, well, what is that? And I said, well, it's a gatekeeper of sorts when you're doing, voodoo or magic, whatever. And he said, oh no, I don't do voodoo. And him supposedly being a psychic, I expect him to know things and to feel a connection to certain things. And when he said that, it completely turned me off, because I'm like, dude, you're a black male. You're supposed to be connected to this world. You have a connection. Why are you shutting yourself off from our ancestry? So I don't know. I'm very odd in that way, that you say one little thing, it's something small, and it turns me off, and I'm completely done. I won't try to reach out to you anymore. I'm very odd in that way. I'll listen to you. You have great videos, great speeches, great talks, but then you say something that is against what I've witnessed, then it's like, okay. And that'll be the end of it. So him saying that was really the end of it, because I'm like, well, I've seen these things, so you can't tell me that they don't have it when I've seen it. So I was turned off. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Chemtrails, terraforming, there's a connection. Look it up, pay attention, and you'll find out and know that. I think my theory is very concrete based on that. Bye.